Hey everybody, it's Brennan with Eurospec Performance in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, here with another video. I know it's been a while, but we're back. Today we have a 2019 Mclaren 720S in for fluids and filters. So we have it up on the lift already. Already got some covers off in the front. Replaced the cabin filter already. This car was just bought out of Houston. So we'll be doing a basic inspection on it. We noticed a leak on it earlier, so we'll be looking for that. We're going to be replacing air filters. Just checking everything out on it. So we'll be taking the diffuser off, the inner wells. All right, first thing we're gonna do is lift the car up and take the under panels off. Okay, what we're gonna do from this point is remove the inner fender well with the 4mm bolts. This one has some rusted out, some missing, so we'll do the best we can to remove these. Other than that, we'll remove these and then we'll get to the air filter housings. Alright, so after you get all the bolts out, and these two clips right here, this whole thing just falls out pretty much. It exposes the inner chassis of the vehicle. Now here we are. Now we'll be able to access the air boxes and check out the inlet tubes. Make sure those are doing all right. All right, now it's down. We're just gonna slide it forward for this setup. And that'll give us room for access to the engine, oil drain points, and everything. We can inspect. As you can see, the water pump's been leaking a little bit right now, so we'll talk to him about that. A few other leaks there. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll do our inspection now. And then what we'll do is we'll start draining all the fluids after we take the front belly panel off, so we can get ahead and access the two front radiators. We're gonna take this one off so we can get the radiators drained for the coolant flush. So stick around. Okay, so we're gonna start on the oil change. So we're gonna start draining it from here and the two turbo return lines. And then after that, we're gonna get a funnel system made over here so we can go ahead and drain the reservoir. After we get that all measured out, then we're gonna come over here, we're gonna drain the transmission from fill plug 2, and then we're gonna remove the filter, which is tucked up right there. And then also here's the clutch filter, and the two drains for the clutch system. So we'll work on those in order, and then we're also gonna do a coolant drain and flush on that as well. Alright, so we have the block and the two turbo lines draining right now. So we'll let this hang out for a bit. We'll be back, we'll do the reservoir, and then we'll move on to the transmission. So we're just going to go ahead and drain the transmission right now too, since we got more buckets to do it. So gonna let this drain until it finishes all this stuff, and then we'll come back here and do the clutch. All right, here's a brand new filter for the transmission. So we'll be replacing it with this. We also got a new clutch filter, oil filter and gaskets, new plugs, air filters, and all the fluids to get this job done. So these things are finishing up draining, so I'm going to plug these all up and then start draining the clutch and take the clutch filter out now. Alright, for the clutch fluid, we're going to have to undo the Z-bar just by these 4 bolts right here. It's just going to hang down a little bit just to give us enough clearance to get those out of here and pull everything out nicely without snagging on anything. So we're just gonna let this drain, and then once those stop, we'll move it up over here and take care of the filter. Just pull this down just a little bit, just enough to get those bolts down. We did torque the drain bolts and the return lines down, so in case you were wondering. So everything is being torqued. This isn't really quite an informational video, just really what we do here at Eurospec. So after that drains, we'll move on to the filter. All right, everybody, it's Brandon. We're back with the Mclaren at Eurospec. We filled all the fluids and everything, topped off the coolant. We found a leak from the reservoir, so we tightened the clamp, and now we'll be doing the first start for warm up, and then we'll check all the fluid levels, see if there's any more leaks from the coolant system before we finalize that, and then go on from there. Then we'll start putting all the panels on. So stand by and we'll talk to you in a second. All right, so we did our final fluid check. Everything's topped off and full. Pinched off some of these. There was a leak from the reservoir. And there was a leak from this hose. So I crimped all that stuff back down. Crimped all these just to make sure they don't leak. When it leaves here, there is a leak up here in the front we're gonna have to address later because it's way at the top. The radiator's gonna have to come out to access it, I believe, so. That in here, so we'll probably upgrade to a track pack after I talk to the client. But all in all I gotta do is put the panels on and she should be good to go. All right, so everything on the McLaren went well. It's out here. I forgot to take video of it when it was in the shop still. So no leaks, all the panels are on it. Client's gonna pick it up later today. But yeah, all in all, good service. Everything went well. Other clients' vehicles, that's my M5. Clutch, transmission work. Our shop SUV. Super lake truck, more videos on that later. So yeah, some of the stuff we do here